What does Mozart, the Lord of the Rings score, and Tears for Fears all have in common? A powerful melodic tool to help your music sound amazing. First off, all of those are fantastic. I love every single one. I betcha you would like your music to sound like that. Well, honestly, me too. And it does. And so can yours. So what's making this sound so good? Oh my god, just tell me already. A little something called the musical sequence. A musical sequence is when you take a scale pattern, motif, or a theme and directly repeat it, moving up or down. This means we're taking the order of the notes and the rhythms and just moving them wholesale. It's really common to use sequences with stepwise motion, where you're just moving one note up or one note down, but it's not a rule. It's just really common. Case in point, in the Lord of the Rings music we just heard, that theme is sequenced down by a minor ninth. It's important to note that it should be the same voice, the same instrument that's repeating the pattern or the motive. Otherwise, it's just kind of more of a call and answer thing, and that's not bad, it's just not a sequence. Okay, there are two kinds of sequences that you need to know about. A real sequence is when we move the pattern chromatically, fully emulating the exact intervals that we heard in the pattern. I also like the term chromatic sequence for this. It feels a little bit more descriptive, a little more illustrative, a little bit more like, oh yeah, I know what this means, because chromaticism is a thing. A tonal sequence, however, is when we abide by the notes as they appear in the scale or key that we're playing in. Another way to say this is that we're using only the diatonic notes in the key. In our examples, Mad World and Mozart both used tonal sequences. While Howard Shore's Lord of the Rings score used a real sequence or a chromatic sequence. Better. It's better. I'm coining it. It's mine now. I don't know where I just went. Okay, so now we know what it is, but how does it actually work? What makes this sound good? Well, in the words of Adam Neely, repetition legitimizes. Repetition legitimizes. Repetition legitimizes. Don't forget, this is one of the most important, that repetition legitimizes. No, seriously, that's it. The difference is sequences are able to dodge that pesky little thing called listener fatigue. This is because we have actual notes changing, and when actual notes change, sometimes, not always, but most of the time, we also have the chords change. So we have more things happening, yet we are retaining the same pattern, the same intervallic character, and probably not the same harmony, but those changes, the same and the not same. What's the word for that? The differences. That's the one. The combination of things staying the same and things changing at the same time, it's pleasurable, man. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel good on our inside place. Like always with writing music, greatness comes at the intersection of the familiar and the novel. Okay, let's build our own sequence down here in Sibelius. Don't know why I said it that way. I'm in a weird mood today, guys. Just, you're going to have to go with it. So here we are. Let's create a tempo. Let's not be that person that just defaults to 100 beats per minute, just like everybody else. We don't need that. Let's go to 125. Perfect. I'm just going right off the bat here. I'm really not thinking about this at all. Let's stick to C, I guess. And then maybe... Yeah, sure. Like that. Tie that up. Cool. That seems fine. Okay, so this is actually fine. I like this. I'm just going to blow up the rhythms a little bit. That's it. That's basically the whole thing. Just changes some rhythms around. Cool. That actually kind of sounds like a weird Miyazaki thing, but whatever. Here, check this out. And now we're just going to boom. All we have to do is take this. We can move it down. Let's see how just a stepwise sequence will work right here. Let's maybe go down. That was great. That was it. We could even repeat that one more time. Great. Just go up by step. Yeah. Maybe let's make a half note. And here's our little melody that we just made. Little pattern that we sequenced. So now let's do the same thing, but we're going to do not stepwise motion sequence. Let's do a third up. Okay. Cool. Just keep going up by a third. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so now what if we wanted to take what we have here and make this more of a real sequence as opposed to a tonal sequence? Because that's what we've been doing this whole time. We need to mark the intervals here. So plain text. Perfect. So minor sixth. Let's just make this. So first is a minor sixth, going down by a half step. So that's a minor second, M2. Then this is going down B to A. So that's a major second. Let's make this a big M. Then the same thing here, and then going down by a major third. That's it. Okay, so in order to make this a real sequence, all we need to do, copy it like we did the others, and then let's make it a lower real sequence. Okay, we need a minor sixth here. B to D is a minor third, which means this would be a major sixth. So we need a B flat, minor second, that tracks, major second, that tracks, going back up, that tracks, and then A going to F is a minor third. So that's great. All we needed to do was change that B flat. Let's hear how it sounds. Amazing. Let's continue that again. Go down, and I think that is actually going to work, that A flat. Minor 6, that's fine. Down a minor 2, half step, A flat to G, whole step, G to F natural up to G is another major second, G going down to this E. That needs to be a major third down, so let's make that an E flat. There you go. You can see how we were going down and the exact intervals, not just the number, but the quality. That's the big difference here. We're making sure that the quality of the interval, the minors and the majors, are the same, as well as the rhythms, as opposed to just having the numbers be the same. That's the difference between a real sequence or a chromatic sequence, making sure that these are the exact intervals, as opposed to just making sure that it's a sixth and a second and 2 seconds like that. Let's finish this like we did the others. Ba, ba, ba. Keep that E flat. Move this over so that we have a resolution on the third beat. Why don't we... Perfect. So that's a musical sequence and how you can use it to make your music sound just like Mozart, just like the Lord of the Rings score, composed by Howard Shore, amazing composer, or by Tears for Fears, amazing band, amazing artist. All of these guys, incredible, sound like them, use the sequence. If you got the hunger for more melody making moves, check out my free guide, 7 Ways to Write a More Effective Melody. There I give you powerful tools and perspectives to help you make your melodies the very best that they can be. Get your free copy at justwritemusic.com. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. Thanks so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. If you like what you saw, do a video engagement thing. I'm Avi, and don't forget to be awesome.